Hello, people. I thought I was comfortable and then I actually wasn't, so I apologise for that. Apologise for my fidget bum. It's Sunday. It's a really odd day today, I think, for many of us, not just for myself. I've had a lovely weekend, but it ended on a bit of a sour note. Coming home from Devizes this morning, my son phoned to tell my husband that 2 of our chickens had passed away. We've only got 4 left. And the fox had been, and sadly foxes actually decapitate the chickens to kill them, and then they head back to eat them later. So obviously we've buried their bodies before they can do that. So that was really sad. And I know today other people are feeling a bit low and a bit out of sorts. Lisa has had a really bad back pain that's getting her extremely down after a few days. That can be so exhausting when you're constantly in pain and you can't really alleviate it. So shout out to you, Lilycorn. Lots of love. Tatty, Anne, Liz, I think have also had really bad days. And I kind of joked on my Instagram that we've had a bit of a WLS hangover after such a great meeting yesterday. You're tired, Paige. Am I keeping you up? Sorry. Yeah, after such a great meeting yesterday, you know, I don't know. I'm just, my positive vibes I want to just send out to everybody. Yes, I had a shit time coming home. Very, very sad to see my chickens that way. But I try not to let it ruin my whole happiness. I did want to touch on something with Anne, actually, about your worrying about you eating too much. I think it's really hard for all of us to not compare our journeys and to not compare our stories, but we need to try not to do that. My only comparison is with myself. So when I think I did a roast pork today for Mason and his girlfriend are here, and me and my husband did lovely roast pork, loads of vegetables, roasted potatoes, and crackling. And guess who ate majority of the crackling? This fathead here, you know? And that's pure fat. I mean, what a fucking idiot. You just kind of go, why did I do that? Because it tastes so good. And because my pouch is allowing me to eat it, I'm going to eat it. So, you know, if I don't lose weight this week, I absolutely know why again. You know, that was a stupid choice. But my comparison would be, whilst I ate quite a lot of my dinner, I have to think about what my dinners were like pre-surgery, and they were freaking huge. You know, they were massive. So then I have to tell myself that that's a positive, actually. I'm not eating anywhere as near as much as I was 4 months ago. So the same with you, Anne, that perhaps you need to think about how much you were eating prior. You were telling us stories about, you know, when you're away and you'd order food in the room service and things like that. You're not doing that now. So, you know, and all you ate was protein. So you might think you ate a lot of it, but it was only protein. You only had chicken. So I'm trying to make you feel a bit better for whatever is going on in your head, I think, with your sleeve. And I know you were saying you wish you'd had a bypass, but you know what? Make the sleeve work for you. You know, I'm not quite sure how, but I think between the lot of us, you can do it. Tatty, I know you're feeling a little bit better, and I'm glad about that. This is part of this journey for me, was being able to be there to support people and to obviously, you know, we'll like for like. And I was able to ring Tatty today, who was really sad, and hopefully, well, I know she's a little bit better now. Her son's home and everything, but a shout out to you, my love. I know today's been really tough. Liz, I'm sorry to hear you got family shit going on. So do you see what I mean? It's been one of those days. I think everyone needs this week ended, done. Go on, piss off. You know, tomorrow's a new day, and we need to kick next week's arse, basically. Now, I haven't drank hardly anything this weekend. Well, I've had a few wines. I don't deny that. But I need to drink some more squash and fluids. So my mission this week is going to be up my exercise a little bit. Go and join the leisure centre, or have a look at joining the leisure centre. It's a big step for me to do it. So I think before I go to my daughter's tomorrow, I'm going to go to the leisure centre, have a look around, see what's on offer, how much, etc., and I'll see where I go from there. Like I said to you before, Gary's a great inspiration when he's putting up his little Instagram stories about walking. That kicked my ass last week, and in fact I walked twice, and that's more than I would have done. Maggie Dawn getting into her fitness groups. I admire you so much. because I know what my fears are about joining groups, fitness groups, that I've never actually done it for fear of being humiliated and being the biggest person there. So I know most of you will relate to that. So it's a huge thing. But I thank you, Dawn, for the inspiration for me to, because that's what I haven't done it yet, though. Let's see what tomorrow brings, hey? Tomorrow will bring lots of drinking this. I'm going to the leisure centre. I won't walk tomorrow because I'm going to go and spend the day with my daughter and granddaughter, unless I walk with them. And then, you know, I'm going to up my exercise a bit, try and eat really, really healthy, try not to drink any wine until Friday, and stick to my Friday and Saturday nights having a treat. And yeah, that's about me this week. I am, you know, when we got back yesterday, I know there was a bit of a hoo-ha on Instagram about some girl, and I did mention it briefly yesterday, that was very upset she wasn't invited to the meetup. But you know what? You can't please everybody. You can't. It's a bit like what I was talking about as well the other day when I had my big rant. I know not everybody's going to like me, and I won't like everybody, you know, and that I accept that 100%. I get I'm not out there to try and make people like me. You either do or you don't. And, you know, I would never post on Instagram about not being invited somewhere. I would never, I don't think I'd embarrass myself that much, you know, because it was trying to point a finger in making other people feel bad. And I'm not about that either, because my heart is good and I know that. I know that my intentions are good and pure. And I set up this meeting for us to help support each other, not to knock each other down and sit there blocking and bad-mouthing people. That's just fucking childish, sorry. But, you know, whoever you are, you know, I saw a few things that were being said and it was utterly ridiculous, actually, because if you weren't on my Instagram, how am I supposed to? And I refuse to feel bad about that. If you weren't my friend, and I hadn't told people, I didn't want it to be 50 people. We can't accommodate that. We don't have a pub, you know, so I just did this smaller group. But next time it'll go out to everybody, and I shall ask everybody that's coming to share it too. And let's hope that we can accommodate it. I don't know. I don't know what the solution to that is really, apart from people need to get a grip a little bit. And I don't know. Sorry, not sorry. Not really. I had a really good time, and I can only imagine the next time we have it, it's going to be even better. There'll be probably more of us there, and, you know, I've had somebody on YouTube tonight ask me if it's okay if people that haven't had surgery come along. Yes, that's amazing to be able to come and talk to all of us and find out how we are, because we're all very different. You know, Sasha, I hope you today are not feeling nauseous. I can't imagine what that must be like for you, being so many weeks out of surgery but still feeling really nauseous and not being able to eat. That must be absolutely horrendous. I really feel for you for that. I can't imagine that feeling. So I really hope that it changes for you and that this becomes a really good experience. I know you're okay in yourself, but anyway, that's my little shout out to Sasha, who's a little bit nauseous. Anyway, this was today. It's just Sunday vibes. I'm a bit peed off about my chickens. Obviously, I have 2 chickens left now. Madeline and Minty. Madeline is a dinosaur, I think. She's survived a dog attack, and the vet actually put hundreds of staples in to staple her back together, and she survived. She came indoors for a couple of weeks and lived inside. She was very sick as a tiny chick. She survived, and she's now survived a fox's attack, and I just think she's meant to be going on forever. But the saddest thing about my chickens is now, because we've got the camper van and we're away a lot of the time, I won't replace them because it's not fair, and chickens don't like to live alone. So I'm very, very scared about the next time one of them passes, because I'll have to find a home for the other one. They don't like living alone. Anyway, I'm not going to dwell on that. I'm going to end on a happy note. You know, let's get our vitamins down. You know who I'm on about. And let's drink loads of water, chug, 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 and support each other, be there for each other. And let's have a really good week next week. So I'll look in my diary and throw some dates around for our meetup. Speak to you tomorrow. Bye. Peachy says bye too, if she could, hey, you're going to say goodbye? Peach, Oh, don't wake me up, Mum. No, she's not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Bye.